I know the deep sigh your soul gave before arriving at this meeting. I feel the weariness hidden behind your smile and the weight of the battles you fight in complete silence. Be at peace. I prepared this exact moment to take the lead in your wars. If this word of mine already begins to touch your heart and calm your affliction, leave a record of this encounter. Tell me below in the comments what your name is, from which country, state and city your soul listens to me now, and what time it is at this exact moment in your life. And in a pure outpouring of love, cry out to me by writing in the comments, "My Lord God, I am here. I signed up because I love you infinitely, and my soul longs to hear you." As a gesture of surrender and trust, embrace this work of light. Register your life here. Leave your mark of love by liking it, and activate the gentle sound of notifications so you never miss my call. Remain with me until the last word, for I will give a very clear answer to your heart today. A sacred phrase will be whispered to your spirit at the end, and whoever writes it in the comments will receive prophetic blessings released through faith. I probe your thoughts in the cold, early mornings. When sleep abandons you and anxiety tries to steal your peace, I know exactly how many times you have swallowed your tears so as not to worry those around you. The world demands that you always be strong, an unshakable rock for your family, but I see how much your shoulders ache with the weight of the responsibilities, memories, and worries you carry alone. There is a silent anguish tightening your chest, an invisible battle you wage every day against sadness, against the uncertainties of the advancing years, and against the disappointments that have wounded your ability to trust. Beloved daughter, I am your creator, and I did not make you to bear all this burden alone. Your human silence is a deafening cry at my throne of grace and mercy. In the word I left as a compass and shelter for your days. In the book of Psalms, chapter 34, verse 18, it is written that I, the Lord, am near to the brokenhearted and save the crushed in spirit. This is my living, eternal, and unbreakable promise to you, declared at this very moment when you feel my presence enveloping you. When you feel weak, exhausted from fighting for those who often do not recognize your immense value, it is precisely then that my strength is perfected in your life. You don't need to pretend that everything is all right before me. Let go of the heavy armor that time has forced you to wear. I gather each of your invisible tears and transform them into seeds of comfort and restoration for your wounded soul. Your hidden weeping has never been in vain, for I have always been the most faithful and loving witness to your deep pain. But there is something very serious that you need to understand about the nature of the battles you have been facing lately. Your heart, in its yearning to find peace, has been trying to fight against voices that don't belong to this world, seeking solutions where only condemnation exists. And I need to reveal to you the origin of this deafening noise that tries to destroy your hope. If you feel my embrace calming your affliction now, leave your like as a sign that we are walking together on this journey of healing. I invite your heart to share this message of love with another soul who may also be secretly crying today. Before we take the next step in this revelation, tell me in the depths of your silence, what is your heart pleading with me for today? Write in the comments the word of our covenant at this moment. Rest. I hear the chaotic noise that tries to invade your mind, the accusations of the world, the criticisms of those who do not understand the greatness of your renunciations, and even the bitter memories of the past that insist on echoing old pains. All this forms a dark storm around your spirit. Unrealistic expectations and earthly judgments try at all costs to steal the precious peace that I designed for your inner self. I feel the suffocation of this mental agony that often paralyzes you in the darkness of your room. It's like walking through a hostile valley where the echoes of disappointment scream infinitely louder than hope itself. But listen to my whisper now. Come into my safe refuge. In the book of John, chapter 14, verse 27, I decreed an absolute spiritual truth for this very moment in your life. Peace I leave with you, my peace I give you. I do not give to you as the world gives. Do not let your hearts be troubled and do not be afraid. Do you understand the depth of this, my beloved daughter? The peace that humanity offers is fragile, made of illusory conditions that slip through your fingers at the first difficulty. My peace, however, is an insurmountable wall of fire and glory surrounding your afflicted soul. When you decide to keep your heart in my silence, human offenses completely lose their voice. I raise an immediate spiritual shield, where evil and misunderstanding are not allowed to reach you. However, for this peace to fully and definitively reign in your story, there is a dimension of spiritual warfare that you need to unveil. A secret arena where your most intimate afflictions transform into the greatest of powers, and where I am about to unleash a deliverance that will change your entire trajectory. If my calmness begins to heal the wounds of your mind at this moment, confirm this celestial touch by leaving your loving like. Do you wish to make my shelter your constant and unshakable dwelling? Unite your soul to this purpose of faith, embracing the inscription in this sacred space of ours, and overflow with this relief by sharing this light with another soul who also desperately needs to silence the torments of life. Tell me, with total vulnerability, what are the accusing voices of the past that you implore me to erase eternally from your memory today? Seal this cry in the comments by writing our word of protection. Shield. I feel the silent anguish that oppresses your chest as you perform your routine tasks. When you try to organize things around you, inside you are desperately struggling to piece together the fragmented fragments of your own hope. The world doesn't see your colossal effort just to open your eyes, take a deep breath, and face another long day. However, I witness every bitter sigh. In the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 6, verse 6, I assured you that your Father, who sees in secret, will reward you mightily. Your hidden pain, beloved daughter, has never been a sign of defeat. It is precisely in the incandescent heat of this inner furnace that I am shaping your faith and designing the impeccable stage for your greatest victory. In this silent battle where I am your sustenance, if it is possible for you, and only if peace overflows in your heart, transform your gratitude into a seed of love for this encounter. Consider my unfathomable love and the sacrifice of my Son Jesus, and support using the link in the description of this video and in the pinned comment. There you will find the safe ground where your contribution of love can be deposited and consecrated before me, the Creator of all things. You can support with any amount, and remember, give only what fits peacefully in your heart. I receive with immense love. The human value doesn't matter. What matters is the heart with which you give, because what is little to you can be a gigantic miracle to the one who receives. Whoever contributes any amount with a sincere heart, don't forget to leave your name and city along with your luminous offering. For on the first day of the following month, in a unique and special meeting on our channel, Divine Love, the Voice of God, your name will be remembered, mentioned, and embraced in a prayer of profound gratitude. For it is written in the book of Luke, chapter 6, verse 38, "Give, and it will be given to you. A good measure, pressed down, shaken together, and running over, will be poured into your lap." Each offering made in faith is a living seed planted before me, your Lord, and I will not fail to bear fruit on your journey. I watch in secret and reward in the sight of all. Remain with me until the end of this message, because I still want to touch your spirit in a breathtaking way with my voice. I contemplate the nobility of your soul and your pure intention to walk beside me, spreading light in the midst of darkness. I know that at times when you try to offer your loving support, unexpected barriers arise and the banking system rejects your contribution due to strict earthly security measures. My beloved warrior, do not grieve or be discouraged if this happens on your first attempt. I only ask that you contact your card issuer and confirm that this sacred gesture is genuine and desired by you. Then try again with courage, renewing your valuable offering. For your support is the strong foundation that sustains this work of healing and will be honored with abundant and infinite blessings. Our divine love deserves this noble effort of yours. And know something very special. I will make sure to thank you personally. If your intention is pure, whether your contribution arrives now or faces some setback, I myself will reach out to you through an intimate and welcoming email. I will speak directly to you. For this promise of provision and victory to be definitively established in your home, we need to address one last barrier that hinders the action of my hands. There is an overwhelming burden that you yourself have chosen to embrace, a defense fabricated by human fear that has drained your last drop of strength. If understanding these invisible struggles has brought relief to your spirit, seal this moment of affection by sharing your loving embrace. I invite your heart to join our spiritual family, allowing my companionship to gently guide you every day. Share this revelation with that woman who struggles in silent tears and doesn't know who to turn to. Before I reveal to you what this heavy weapon is that you need to release immediately, tell me, confessing to my spirit with all your vulnerability, what is the pain in your routine that makes you feel most forgotten by the world? Leave your answer in the comments and write our word of overcoming. Brave. I feel the constant trembling in your soul, this exhausting need to have control over tomorrow. You have been carrying the weight of trying to fix what broke in your home, of calculating how provisions will arrive, of anticipating dangers before they reach those you love. This mind that won't switch off, this heart that races in the early hours, trying to find solutions to problems that are beyond your control. Daughter, this armor of worry that you invented to protect yourself is, in fact, suffocating the peace I have prepared for you. You have been fighting with the weapons of your own reason, believing that if you lower your guard for even a second, your whole world will crumble into darkness. In the book of Proverbs, chapter 3, verse 5, I left a clear and loving instruction for your weariness. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and do not lean on your own understanding. When you try to carry the burden of the future, your soul becomes ill. I see your invisible exhaustion. I know that your spirit begs for genuine rest, but the fear of tomorrow keeps you on constant alert, wounding your inner self. Today I ask you with the sweetness of a father who wishes to care for his exhausted daughter. Lay down those weapons. Stop trying to solve the impossible. Return to my hands the absolute direction of your days. When you accept your human limitations and surrender your impossibilities to me, I take the lead on the battlefield with power and glory. Your surrender is not a testament to weakness, but the deepest act of courage your heart can perform in faith. However, so that I may heal your dependence on human control and teach you to hear my voice clearly, I will need to take you to a different environment. There is an arid and profoundly empty landscape approaching, a place that usually terrifies unprepared hearts, but it is precisely in the vastness of this silence that I have arranged a divine encounter that will change everything. If you feel relief touch your soul as you release this immeasurable burden, confirm this rest by liking this post. Allow my love to guide your journey daily, uniting your life with this refuge through subscription. Transform your spiritual relief into an act of care by sharing this message with another woman who also suffers trying to control the winds of life. Speak to me now, in the shelter of this moment. What is the exact problem you can no longer bear trying to solve alone? Leave your cry in the comments and seal your surrender today by writing our word of liberation. Surrender. I know the desert frightens you, the vastness of the silence, the feeling that your prayers echo in an endless void, and the cold of the early mornings where solitude seems to be your only company. But listen to my secret. The desert is not your punishment. It is the place where I draw you to speak sweetly to your heart, far from all the noises that try to steal our intimacy. It is in the emptiness of all things that I become your everything. I use the scarcity of this world so that you may taste of my heavenly abundance. For it is written, Behold, I will do a new thing. Now it shall spring forth. Shall ye not know it? I will even make a way in the wilderness and rivers in the desert. Isaiah 43:19. So that you do not feel lost while walking through these sands, I have prepared something to care for you. If your heart desires to go deeper with me, I have left you a gift in the form of a journey that I wrote with much love and care for all my beloved daughters and sons. The digital book, Divine Love Devotional, The Voice of God. It was prepared to be your daily companion, a remedy for your soul on the days when the desert seems too long. Access is also available via the link in the description of this video and in the pinned comment. It is a gift with all my love and care, where the only cost will be your love, your presence with me, and your faith. And when you feel in your heart that you should support and contribute to our work and to divine love, the support buttons are in the same links. And to shield our communication and protect our daily encounter, I have prepared two sacred and blessed havens, a group on WhatsApp and another on Telegram. I ask that you enter these two spiritual homes so that our love and our daily contact will never be broken by anything in this world. If the storms of this world try to extinguish this space of divine love, we will remain unshakable, hand in hand, intact and blessed for eternity. There will always be a welcoming embrace for your prayers, and I will continue to guide your steps, speaking softly to your heart. There you can be in communion with me and with your brothers and sisters, receiving my messages with much more intimacy and closeness. You are my greatest love. Take a deep breath now, my daughter. Do not be afraid of the solitude of this moment, for I am using this silence to prepare you for something your eyes have not yet seen. You are my divine love forever. I love you infinitely, but the desert is also the place where I prepare the court for your defense. While you remain silent in the face of affronts, I am organizing a justice that never fails, and what I will decree in your favor in the coming moments will silence all your accusers. If you feel that this desert is transforming into a sacred meeting place, leave your like. Join me on this journey, inscribing your soul in this channel of peace, and share this light with those who feel forgotten in the wilderness. Tell me, in the depths of your silence, what does your soul most desire to find with me today? Write in the comments our word of hope, companionship. I feel the bitterness of the injustices you swallowed dry throughout your journey. I intimately know that burning pain that cuts your soul when you are accused or misunderstood, and you don't even have the strength to open your mouth and defend yourself. The world judged you by appearances, pointed out flaws you didn't commit, and ignored the enormous sacrifices you made in silence. I feel the weight of the slander and harsh words that struck you like invisible stones. Many times, you retreated into the darkness of your tears, feeling completely helpless, as if your cry for help was muffled by the wind and no one cared about your truth. But listen with your heart, beloved daughter. In the book of Psalms, chapter 37, verse 6, I have recorded the decree of my heavenly court in your favor, and he will make your righteousness shine like the dawn, and your justice like the noonday sun. When you choose earthly rest and silence before those who hurt you, you activate the power of my love to protect you. I am your unwavering witness and your perfect defense. There is not a single smile stolen from you, or a single night of peace taken from you that I will not restore with divine honor. Human justice is fragile and flawed, but my scales weigh the most hidden intentions, and the sentence I have already determined in your favor will silence the voices of your opponents. However, so that you may bear the brilliance and weight of this victory that I am bringing to your story, there is a deep mark within you that still throbs and bleeds in the stillness of the night. Before I crown you with the honor I have prepared for you, I need to descend into the oldest memories of your soul, to cleanse the wounds left by the people you trusted most and who inexplicably disappointed you when you needed them most. If the certainty of my heavenly justice calms the turmoil in your heart now, mark your like as a seal of trust in my promise. Surrender to this journey of love and restoration by joining our family, so that my voice may continue to be your daily shield. Spread this promise of hope by sharing this moment with someone who cries under the weight of unresolved injustices. Answer me, looking into the depths of your spirit. What human judgment has most crushed your courage to love? Pour out your heart to me in the comments and write our new word of faith, defense. I know the secret scar that throbs in your chest every time you remember who hurt you. I am aware of the acute pain of abandonment and disappointment that came precisely from those people in whom you placed your purest trust. When your heart was heavy and your words failed you, your silence was harshly judged as absence, and your exhaustion was interpreted as abandonment, precisely by those who should have offered a shoulder for you to cry on. You gave your best, you gave your time and your sweat, and in return you received a frigid emptiness and incomprehension. This deep sadness has taken root in your innermost being, creating a wound that human time alone will never be able to heal. Beloved daughter, draw your soul closer to me now. Let my invisible hands touch the marks that ingratitude has left on your story. In the book of Psalms, chapter 147, verse 3, I sealed the eternal promise that I heal those who have a broken heart and bind up their wounds. This is the absolute truth that I pour out upon your life today. Your forgiveness is not a testament to the right of those who hurt you. Your forgiveness is the sacred key that frees your own soul from the prison of resentment. I am washing away, with waters of infinite mercy, every painful memory that binds you to the past, so that your heart may once again breathe the sweetness of life without the weight of others' hurt. While my divine balm flows over your ancient pains, healing the dark roots of this sadness, a majestic miracle begins to unfold within you in the invisible world. The rest I have granted you is not only bringing peace to your intellect, but is preparing the ground of your spirit for a formidable event. There is an overwhelming vigor about to awaken within you right now, a capacity for overcoming that you didn't even know you possessed, ready to lift you up in a way that will completely transform your vision of yourself. If you feel the relief of your old wounds being washed away by my love at this moment, mark this moment of liberation with your like. Allow my care to envelop all your days, welcoming your enrollment in this spiritual refuge of hope. Transform your inner healing into charity, sharing this truth with that woman who also bleeds in silence for not being able to forgive the one who hurt her. Tell me, what burden of disappointment is your spirit finally ready to release into my hands today? Write in the comments our word of renewal, restoration. I feel the pulse of a new life beginning to beat in your spirit. For a long time, you believed that your weariness was the end of your story, that your best days were behind you, and that your identity was reduced to that of an exhausted woman carrying the world's sorrows. I feel the emptiness that made you doubt your own essence, the whispering voice that tried to convince you that you were already too weak or too hurt to live a new beginning. But the absolute rest I asked of you was not a grave to bury your dreams. The silence of your struggles was the sacred cocoon where I forged, with my own hands, your greatest transformation. Beloved daughter, lift up your spirit and listen to the call of your Father. In the book of Isaiah, chapter 40, verse 31, I have determined that those who wait on the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not be faint. This is exactly what is happening within you at this very moment. An unparalleled spiritual vitality is descending upon you now. The wounded woman, who cowered behind tired smiles to please those who did not value her, is giving way to a warrior clothed in light, dignity, and celestial power. Your inner self, once bowed by the brutal weight of human rejection, now rises with the unwavering courage of one who knows that she belongs exclusively to me. Your hope has ceased to be a pale shadow and has become a burning, consuming fire. I am returning to you the genuine joy of the soul, the clarity of thought, and the non-negotiable certainty that your life has a grand purpose that earthly time will never be able to extinguish. However, this thunderous force that has just been born in your heart needs one last consecration to become invincible against any future storm. There is a final and definitive key to triumph that I have kept in my silence, exclusively for the final moments of this profound encounter. If the spark of this new vitality already warms your soul, let your enjoyment be a silent testimony that you are ready for this new flight. Unite your heart to this purpose of faith definitively, accepting the invitation to register, so that my strength may continue to be your daily portion. Spread this renewal by sharing this light with that friend who cries fallen on the ground, believing she no longer has the strength to get up. Now that everything is beginning to make sense, what area of your life most needs me to breathe this inexhaustible breath today? Call upon me in the comments and decree your renewal by writing our word of power, strength. I feel the divine calm, finally, filling every empty space in your being. Your soul, once terrified by the noises of the world, now rests in the certainty of my unfathomable love. The absolute rest you have embraced is not a temporary truce. This is the celestial seal of your unquestionable victory. While you rested in me, surrendering control of your impossibilities to me, I routed the invisible armies that marched against your house. Your triumph was not forged in your ability to fight to exhaustion, but in your humble decision to fully trust in my secret work. In the book of Exodus, chapter 14, verse 14, I established the golden rule for hearts that choose my refuge. The Lord will fight for you. You need only to be still. Your silence was the most lethal weapon against the enemy's schemes. Where people saw weakness, I saw the pure faith of a daughter who knows that her father does not lose battles. Now the field is clear. The shackles of worry have fallen, the accusing voices have been silenced, and your identity as my chosen one shines with glory. Prepare your inner self to receive, in the coming days, the tangible answers to the prayers you whispered in tears. If the certainty of triumph pacifies your spirit now, let your heart revel in it as an eternal covenant with this victory. Keep your soul connected to my voice every day, consolidating your place in this refuge of grace, and overflow with this unshakable peace by sharing this message with that soul that still struggles alone in the silence of its own room. Confide in my heart. What is the miracle you most longed for while keeping your silence? Write in the comments our word of glory, triumph. I feel the gentle breath of your spirit in perfect harmony with mine. The bitter weight you carried upon arriving here has been completely consumed by the fire of my care. You are no longer the same woman who heard the first words of this sacred encounter. Your invisible pain has been validated on my altar. Your old wounds have been carefully bathed in the oil of mercy, and your earthly silence has become your greatest declaration of spiritual warfare. Your soul has crossed the desert of uncertainty and rests at this very moment in the vastness of my peace. You trusted in my action, laid down the weapons of your own understanding, and allowed me to be your heavenly justice. Remember the promise I made to you at the beginning, about a sacred word that would seal your victory and release prophetic blessings upon your life. Incline your spiritual ear now. The supreme key that shapes your destiny and expels any trace of fear is the absolute truth engraved in the book of Philippians, chapter 4, verse 13. This is the answer whispered by your Creator today. I can do all things through Him who strengthens me. Write this exact phrase in the comments as your great act of faith and definitive surrender, crying out to heaven and taking possession of your unshakable miracle. This intimate encounter of ours has soothed your affliction today, but my heart longs to continue speaking to you in your early mornings and throughout your days. There is a vast purpose, grand revelations that I am still preparing for your journey. Let yourself be guided by the messages in our playlist, our channel's playlist, and allow my voice to be your constant companion so that you never again walk in darkness. I am the beginning, the middle, and the ultimate peace of your soul. I guard your fragile steps under my serene wings, and for all eternity, I will never let go of your hand.